Hello my friends and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. In this video I will discuss the key points of Russian President Vladimir Putin's 7-minute speech on Wednesday morning, and they have to do with the mobilization, with nuclear weapons use potentially, with Western aggression or anti-Russian sentiments in the West, and with, as I said, the referendum, I think, in the territories that they already occupied, conquered, liberated, whatever euphemism works for you. This article comes from Sputnik and is from today, Wednesday, the 21st of September. So we go with this. The West wants to destroy Russia. The purpose of this, and I'm quoting, the purpose of this West is to weaken, divide, and ultimately destroy our country. They are already directly saying that in 1991 they were able to split the Soviet Union. And now the time has come for Russia itself, and that it should disintegrate into many mortally warring regions. The Russian president stressed. Yeah, I think the best thing for these guys is to have Russia weak. Now, I don't know if they want to disintegrate it, because if they disintegrate it, then yeah, it's going to be weaker, but you have to deal with 5 idiots or 10 idiots instead of 1, all right? So, I don't know. And if you have them 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 regions, or how many they will split into, then they will not like one another, and you can do like you do in the Middle East, have everybody hate everybody, and they wonder why. They don't find out. Oh, we hate them. Why? Because they took our territory. Okay, can it be discussed? No, because they don't let us. Look what happened over there. And not only that, it's only about the territory. And then, according to him, such plans have been hatched in the West for a long time. I agree with that, as they encourage gangs of international terrorists in the Caucasus. I know that. I'm familiar with that. Promoted the installation of NATO's offensive infrastructure close to Russia's borders and made total Russophobia their weapons. They put in Poland, they put in Romania, that's a fact. Putin said that the Western elites are targeting Russia with their aggressive policy in order to maintain their dominance. I remember when things were in the Caucasus happening over there, when Putin allegedly threatened Saudi Arabia that if there's more fighting over there and Saudi Arabia sends his buddies over there to support those jihadists and whatever they were over there, he's gonna bomb Saudi Arabia. Supposedly everything stopped after that. I don't know if that's true or not. It was, I don't know, about whenever that happened, 10 years ago, more than 10 years ago. Time passes. And I'm quoting again. We talk about the aggressive policy of a number of Western elites who are striving with all their might to maintain their dominance. And for this purpose, they are trying to block and suppress any sovereign independent centers of development in order to further brutally impose their will on other countries and nations to plant their fake values. According to the Russian president, fake values. Well, you know what those are. Look around you what the woke are doing here, and I think that resonates kind of true. And then you have the sovereign states, blackmail and threats. That's how they operate. And then a little fast regime change to bring democracy and freedom and other things. Putin also said that the West has crossed every line in its aggressive anti-Russian policy, adding that, I'm quoting, we constantly hear threats against our country and our people. And I'm quoting, some irresponsible politicians in the West talk about plans to organize the supply of long-range offensive weapons to Ukraine, systems that are capable of launching strikes against Crimea and other regions of Russia. Partial mobilization in Russia. And I'm quoting, I consider it necessary to take the following decisions. They are fully adequate to the threats we face, namely to protect our motherland, its sovereignty and territorial integrity, to ensure the security of our people and people in the liberated territories. I consider it necessary to support the proposal of the Ministry of Defense and General Staff on conducting partial mobilization in Russia, the Russian president said. He added that mobilization will begin on Wednesday, noting that only reservists will be subject to conscription, first of all those who have served, have relevant experience and military expertise. Referendum in Donbas, Kherson and Zaporozhye. The Russian president also said that Russia will do everything to ensure security at the upcoming self-determination referendums in Donbas and 2 Ukrainian regions which have been appealed to Moscow seeking its support. And I'm quoting, "The parliaments of the People's Republics in Donbas, as well as civil military administrations on the Kherson and Zaporozhye regions have decided to hold a referendums on the destiny of these territories and appealed to Russia asking to support this step. I stress that we will do everything to ensure security at the referendums for people to express their will." End quote. Putin also referred to the policy of intimidation, terror and violence pursued by Kiev with respect to Donbas residents, a policy that Putin said becomes more massive, terrible and barbaric. He noted that Kiev's regime of repressions against its own citizens, established shortly after 2014 armed coup had been had been gathered across Ukraine. Putin emphasizes that he knows that the majority of people living in the territories liberated from the neo-Nazis, including first of all the historical lands of Novorossiya, do not want to be under the yoke of the neo-Nazi regime. And I'm quoting, "In Zaporozhye, the Kherson region, as well as Lugansk and Donetsk, people have seen and are seeing the atrocities that neo-Nazis conduct in the occupied areas of Kherson region. The heirs of Bandera and Nazi punishers kill people, torture, throw them in prison, settle scores, back down about abuse civilians." Now, I don't know about that. Crack down, abuse civilians. I don't know about that. He added that up to 7.5 million people lived in the Donetsk and Luhansk People's Republic, as well as the Zaporozhye and Kherson regions before the outbreak of hostilities. Well, Putin also pledged to use all means to defend their new Russian territories. According to him, quote-unquote, "If the territorial integrity of our country is threatened, we will without doubt use all available means to protect Russia and our people. This is not a bluff. Russia forces act competently and in Ukraine. Competently." Oh, well, whatever. I don't know about that one. But he talks about the Ukraine's atrocity and the perfect behavior of the Russian army, which, as I always say, an army is made out of us, humans, and we act almost the same depending on the circumstances. The problem is the intensity, but we're going to be the same way. I mentioned many examples of other armies that got engaged in behaviors of that would qualify as war crimes, and I can use United States, you can use France, I can use Australia. I just made a video with Australian commandos shooting civilians to fulfill the kill quota and so on. They're discussing that in Afghanistan. I mean, in Afghanistan occurred, and it was reported by ABC, their videos with that. And not only that, I all did that because they're all made, as I said, they're made by humans, and we do what we do best, which is live our lives. So these are the key points from Putin's 7-minute speech on Wednesday, and get what you want out of it. What I take out of it is that they are not joking, and it could be very dangerous, their next move. If these guys, which I read articles regarding the, analyzing, not really analyzing because it was very childish, the articles from the mainstream media, the paid corporate media here in the United States, they were just concerned about, we got them in a corner, they're desperate, they're losing. They didn't go one step after that, okay, what's going to happen if that happens? If they are, as you are celebrating, opening champagnes, going to the bathroom and doing what you do best, what's going to happen next? What will they do? Did you think about that? Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? How can you fix things? You don't want things to be fixed? I don't know. Maybe some people are waiting for the second coming and they think this is it. We got people like that. But I don't think these rich people who determine our destinies want to see Jesus too soon because they enjoy themselves right now. So they want to wait a little bit longer. You know what I mean? Thank you very much for being with me again today. And it's not only about Jesus, it's about Yahweh as well, or Jehovah. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Or Allah. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.